Hello everyone, Mario the Pie Man here, back for some more Star Trek Online. Now if you remember last time with Drakhara, we'd started the Deep Space Nine series of missions, and we'd been tasked to retrieve an orb, an old Bajoran orb from a True outpost in the Badlands. And this this episode basically takes place straight afterwards. So we have the orb, we are going to return it to the Hathon province in Bajor, so we will just begin that. Tovan Kev saying, "We have arrived in the Bajor system, sir. We are, sir, detected the Cardassian warp signatures. It's the true way. They're hailing us."
I am Gulmutak of the Kriegar, Adjutant General to Gul Kardec. You are carrying stolen property belonging to the True Way. Lower your shields and prepare to be boarded.
Are you insane? We're in orbit of Bajor. We could have ships here in a moment. He's cut off communications, powering up weapons. What are your orders? He'll do Space Nine.
Sarah's here.
Hi, we've been ambushed by the True Way in the orbit of Bajor.
In the orbit of Bajor? But how could they? Nerve of that.
Chill.
Sorry, I'm okay. I will borrow the Defiant and be there momentarily.
Thanks, we'll hold out as long as we can. Oh good, he's brought some Hideki classes, we should be able to hold out for quite a while. Weird thing, occasionally doesn't let you take items. Never quite worked out why. Oh, he did bring. Oh, there's the Defiant. That's okay, I dealt with
You're
him.
still in one piece. Let's teach these Cardis a lesson.
I appreciate your zeal, Commander, but let's not get carried away. So, there they are. So the Krieger and the another Keldon class. You might well see its little hologrammatic Galar classes it produces. Don't know if I'll give you a clear view of it, but do keep an eye out. Like I say, the spaceship models in this are very good. Oh. Hit me with a shield drain thing. No, that's gone badly. There they are. Fortunately they go if you defeat the mothership. A named ship when fighting, named ships are usually a bit harder. Fortunately, the Defiant's pulling her weight now. Oh, going through his holographic fleet. Hopefully this volley might just do the job.
That's the last of them for now. I will remain in orbit while you return the orb, just in case.
Oh, thanks, Commander. Yes, I'll beam down. So, we're about to beam down to Hathon province. Now, you might notice a couple of odd things. It's because this particular map was built for the second half of the Deep Space Nine missions. So, technically this is actually, so Vedic Princess is waiting for the temple. That's Tovan Kev saying, bring the orb and speak to the Vedic, acknowledged. Now, This map was originally built for the second half, so the Deep Space Nine story kind of fits into, I'd say, 3 chunks. We've got these first 2 episodes, there's another 2 sort of part story which can lead on from this, and then there's a what's now optional story which will prop up later, which involves, well, not lead into it, but they built this particular stage for it, and it's why there's bundles of Klingons arguing with Bajoran security here. It doesn't really make sense at the moment, but it will. So yeah, I rather like this map. Again, they were building this when they were still looking at building social areas. One of the downsides of this map is it used to have a day, like the island had, this used to have a day and night cycle. The lighting engine changes got rid of that, sadly, which was a shame because it was quite nice to have this go from this rather nice sort of town, this monument, and it's again, we'll take a closer look at it in a later mission, waterfall, and then have it turn into night. Now I'm going to talk to this lad here. So it's Bajoran civilian sitting on a bench.
May the prophets bless you.
Now tell me about this place.
This is the heart of Hathon. The buildings surrounding this plaza were the first buildings constructed in the city. Here, our ancestors raised their families and gave thanks to the prophets for their many blessings. It is here that people come to talk to their neighbors, and here that we gather each year for the Gratitude Festival. But it is also a place of dark memories. When the Cardassians had new laws we had to follow, they posted them here. When the food rationing started, we came here to collect the scraps they gave us. When they took our sons and daughters to the mining camps, the trucks stopped here to collect them. And when Gul Perek executed 15 farmers, he hung their bodies here to remind us that Bajoran lives were meaningless to him and his thugs.
So, a nice little bit. There's absolutely no relation on the mission. Just anything. So I'll go, you can see the Bajoran temple there. It's got a convenient sign with a picture of an orb box on it, so we'll talk to the temple priest.
Greetings. Do you seek the wisdom of the prophets?
So what exactly is it you do?
I am a seeker of knowledge. I spend my days in service and prayer. The prophets have many things to teach us, but their lessons are subtle and full of mystery. It takes a quiet, attentive mind to understand.
Not me then.
I am not as wise as Ranjan Ravel, but he is always willing to help pilgrims like me find our way. I may never fully grasp the wisdom of the prophets, but I can try. The journey to enlightenment is a blessing in of itself. If that is all I ever have, it is enough.
That's lovely. But
Greetings. Do you seek the wisdom of the prophets?
I'm looking for Vedic Kryn.
Vedic Kryn is in the temple office, just to the east of here.
Thanks. It's next door to you and me. So, yeah, there is... Oh no, it's Ranjan Ravel. There's Vedic Kryn. Ranjan Ravel's for, again, a different set of missions.
How may I help you?
Oh, that's right. I'm here to return this orb to the temple.
Wonderful. The prophets have smiled upon us this day. What was lost has been returned to us. You have done a great service for the Bajoran people today, and we are most grateful.
It was an honor and a privilege to carry this burden.
Please, place the orb upon the altar.
Oh, with pleasure, Vedic Kryn. This thing's lemon heavy. So we will go and go in here. I have returned the orb of possibilities. Oh no, I'm having an orb sequence. It's all gone white and flashy and there's a heartbeat thing.
The service rendered is not the service desired.
Sorry.
What does not belong cannot be returned.
I don't understand.
What has been returned does not belong.
That's just the same thing said
we
backwards.
Must travel backward.
When we gaze in the mirror, we see our faces as others do, but reversed.
Your task abides. You have recovered an orb. Now you must return it.
As you must return.
So they're telling me it's a mirror universe orb, is what they're saying, but it's quite nice that sequence made up from people you encountered. You had a Klingon, I can't remember which Klingon it was, but you had Obisek there, you had Starfleet Commander, Quinn, and sorry, my dog's scrabbling under the table there, and you had I think it was Tarlis as well. So you know, and Horace Jones, of course, from the Nimbus mission. So I'll speak to Vedic Kryn again.
I would be honored to know what the prophets shared with you,
if I knew Vedic Kryn.
Sometimes their visions can be very confusing,
they were.
And I have some experience interpreting them.
It was a bit cryptic, but they seemed to suggest that this was not their orb, that I must return it elsewhere.
Elsewhere? But it is an orb of the prophets. Where else could it belong? Unless... Are you familiar with the so-called mirror universe?
Yeah, very familiar, just recently.
I know very little about it myself, but there is a book on that table over there by a Vedic Eth describing his experiences. Perhaps it can guide you.
Oh, thank you. I'll check that out. So I've got to go and check this book out now. So, read on the mirror universe. So this is a book on the mirror universe. I've been fascinated by the existence of this so-called mirror universe ever since the recent contact with it. I've interviewed the emissary, Colonel Kira, and others about their experiences with the mirror universe. But many questions remain. It seems the mirror universe has prophets, but are they the same prophets? There's no mention of a celestial temple, and certainly the mirror medium in Cisco was no emissary. I shall petition the Vedic Assembly for permission to enter the mirror universe. The Vedic Assembly has denied my request. Besides their debates about doctrine and theology, the deciding factor was political. The Federation has quarantined any access to the mirror universe. Basically, they've overdone that story plot too many times. Bajor is seeking membership. I've continued my research by interviews, but my questions remain unanswered. I fear I have no choice but to renounce my seat in the Assembly and pursue the entrance to the mirror universe on my own. I don't have the technological prowess to create one of these multi-dimensional devices myself, but I have an engineer friend that owes me a favour. Next page. I am lucky to be alive. I managed to cross over to the mirror universe, but Terok Nor, as they call Deep Space Nine, had been taken over by the Terran Rebellion. They're using it as their base of power and attempting to reassert the control over the Bajor sector. Bajorans are not trusted. They are used mostly for mining and ore processing, a cruel irony given Bajor's history in both universes. But I was able to join with the Bajoran workers and get some of my questions answered. The Bajorans of the mirror universe are much like us, and it sounds as if their prophets are almost similar, even of orbs such as we have here. However, to them the Celestial Temple is a myth or metaphor, not a physical place such as ours. I do not know if this is because simply it hasn't been discovered, or if the prophets in that universe have sealed themselves away for some reason. The only way to find out is either to cross over with a spaceship, or somehow procure one there. I have received a curious message from someone from the mirror universe offering me assistance. Note, shortly after making this entry, Vedic Eth disappeared and was never heard from again. No.
Sarah's here.
I believe the orb's a mirror universe one. We're going to have to deal with mirror universe stuff. No one wants to do that. It's been overdone, but here we are. I think we can pass into it through the space donut we found earlier.
Acknowledged. Be careful. The mirror universe is known to be more treacherous than our universe.
Thanks.
And you will be cut off from any support here.
I appreciate the concern, Commander, but I'm sure we'll be fine. Ready to be upshot? Yeah, and the upshot is they're letting me go straight to the Badlands, so I will do that. Nice that they don't make me walk back to the transporter and fly all the way back to the Badlands. It's much appreciated. So
Sarah's here. What is your status?
We're back in the Badlands. We're heading to the anomaly.
Acknowledged. Keep comm lines open as long as possible.
Will do.
We have limited intelligence on the mirror universe, but from what we know, it appears the Terran Rebellion spread from Terok Nor, eventually forming a new empire.
Ah, there we go.
The Terran Empire has reoccupied Bajor. I believe this Captain Lita is the administrator of the Bajor sector.
Ah, so that's who we're talking. Well, we got the message from.
I am Gul Haneri of the Torn, Chief Tactical Advisor to Gul Kardec of the True Way. You are not welcome here. Lower your shields and prepare to be boarded.
Red alert. So she has come with 2 Hideki classes. Oh, 3, sorry. One just popped up in sensors there.
I
Yeah.
believe Gul Kardec must have used the orb from the mirror universe to somehow create the anomaly leading back there.
Oh, well, that would make sense.
He then must have formed an alliance with the Terran Empire. Stay on guard.
It's okay at the moment. The true we are going to get more Hideki classes at me. Apparently having a near infinite number of these things. Yep, there we go, one more to go. Right, so this is Satra telling me we could activate the portal by bombarding it with tachyons. Well, I'll make the modifications to the deflector dish. We'll get close enough to the anomaly to bombard it with tachyons. Useful things, tachyons. Bombard the anomaly with tachyons. There we go. Make this space donut bigger. We have. We're going to enter the portal. Going into the mirror universe. Which, for some reason, the Badlands and the mirror universe are blue. It's a plasma storm. I think it would be the same colour in both. In fact,
greetings. I am Captain Lita of the Terran Empire.
hi, Lita.
What a pleasure it is to have visitors from your universe.
Oh, it's nothing.
When Gul Kardec said you might be along, I didn't really believe him. But I couldn't afford to take the chance. Surrender. Now. And I will guarantee the safety of your crew.
Well, we'll never surrender.
What a pity.
Like Chase Master said, she does so well.
Much fun together. And now, I have to destroy you.
You can try. So she's coming with some frigates initially. So again, we've got to do some fights, but this time in a blue background rather than a kind of orangey red. Basically, we'll just get a few waves of mirror universe ships. So next is a Terran cruiser and a Terran escort.
Ooh,
the escort first.
What fun! I was really
Hitting the escort because hits harder, but it's a bit more sensitive. So, yeah, as I have done, I have managed to take it out of the picture. Sadly, now being snagged in a tractor beam from cruiser. When annoyingly, this tractor beam, my cannon's facing the wrong way.
For the state of my troops.
She's now attacking us on the ISS Fortune.
I shall have to provide a demonstration, apparently.
That's where I've got to be careful. Well, maybe not actually.
Kardec warned me not to underestimate. I won't make the same mistake this time.
She's left a whole bunch of photon mines. Sadly, there's still something setting my red alert beacon off. So I can't actually warp to Bajor as the thing wants me to do until I've taken out a phaser defense platform. There we go. Yeah, I think, don't know if it's my graphics card or something that's made. Let's look at this. Clear to warp to Bajor. Well, let's warp to Bajor. And apparently beam down straight away, so I do appreciate them not throwing another spaceship fight in there. Yeah, the original one had, I think you did go to the Mirror Universe, but the original missions were a bit different. Like I say, there were some fights on parts of Deep Space Nine and whatnot. So yeah, I wouldn't mind if they brought back the original versions of these missions, and just for some curiosity. But however, on the other hand, we now have Mirror Bajor. So Tova and Kev's telling me we've arrived at Mirror Universe. From what I've been able to pick up in comm chatter, Bajor was reconquered by the Terran Empire and is occupied by them. We should be on our guard. Acknowledged. So I'll just have guns out ready to go. So as you can see, it's the mirror version. So we have things like those. It's raining for starters. It's dark, and you've got like some neon signs with sexy ladies like you'd see in a truck mug card. I actually quite like Mirror Hathon. There's a bar coming up there called the Blue Antenna, but some Cardassians have come out and ambushed us, so guessing that's our welcoming committee. We've taken care of. So Tova's here saying these appear to be True soldiers. Could they have followed us through the portal? I think it's more like the Gul Kardek's troops waiting for us, Tova. Right, so we'll pick up some items. And then, now we do still have the blockades at the end of the road, and there are people just wandering about. So before we go and talk to Mirror Lita, who I can just see in the corner, I want him to have a chat with the checkpoint officer.
What do you want? I'm very busy.
Sorry. What do you do?
I don't even know if I'm supposed to be talking to you. You don't look like Terran Empire.
That's because I look Freeman.
This is my first week on the job.
Oh.
I was expecting to get months more training, but Commander Kuba says he needs every Terran Empire member on the streets, especially the Bajoran ones. He thinks it will pacify them to see Bajorans on their force. I thought this was going to be a great job. I get to help my friends and neighbors and serve the community, but now all my Bajoran friends see me as a traitor, and the Terrans see me as a spy.
Quite a nice wee thing at the problem with joining a force. Then that, you know, again, minorities quite often get that joining things like the police.
Gul Kardek was right. You are formidable, but pitifully predictable. Terran forces attack the invaders!
Funny is,
I want them alive.
Mirror Lita is the so everyone's got, you know, it's Terran Empire, so it's guns out and midriffs on show. But Mirror Lita is also wearing hot pants and knee-high boots. No one else is wearing it. Now, you could say that's because she's like, you know, the sector controller or something.
Guards! Guards!
But I personally prefer the idea that, yeah, that's what she wears. So yeah, what's also funny is there's people just wandering about on this rainy street. Again, a nice open 26 hours sign. Jumbo 6 and a big holographic dancing girl. But yeah, that's what she wears. Like, no one's asked her to wear that. That's just her kind of prerogative, is that she decided she was going hot pants. So just dealing with another couple of Terran officers.
Congratulations, we will meet again soon.
So she's Mirror Lita's escape. We never got to fight her, just her hench peeps. And I can see Gul Kardek there, but I'm actually going to. There's a couple more people I can talk to here, and well, this is our only visit to Mirror Hathon, so I might as well take advantage of it. And so there's another Bajoran guard at the end. I can see all the other guards just giving up talking to us.
You don't have clearance to be here. Please step away from the checkpoint.
May I go to the next district?
I'm sorry, sir, but I don't have clearance to allow anyone past this point without prior authorization from Commander Achebe.
Now what's interesting is...
You don't have clearance to be here.
What do you
step
think
away
about
from
being here?
It's the second occupation, mind you. First, we were occupied by the Terran Empire. Then we were liberated and became part of the Klingon-Cardassian alliance. Then we were occupied by the Terran Empire again. So what do? I serve in the militia to try to keep the peace as best as I can. I may not be overly fond of the Terrans or their methods, but if I'm enforcing the rules, at least I can make sure there's some fairness.
So there's some, like, just let's call it, the uniforms they're wearing incidentally look a bit like the older versions of the Terran uniforms that they had before they rejigged them to kind of match more with the current Starfleet uniform. Just an interesting sidebar now. Again, unless it triggers the cutscene, I'm going to try and talk to this. Oh no, it's triggered the cutscene.
You have interfered with my plans for the last time.
Yep, so I guess we're going to fight then. So we're going to fight Gul Kardec. It's probably going to need that. You know, I think where people would survive better if they wouldn't just stand there when people lob grenades at them. So yeah, just he's currently standing on a bench fighting us for no apparent reason. I'll move because.
Stop! Fighting is not permitted here.
Oh, he's a changeling.
This is not your affair.
You know, if you just shot her, we'd never know you were a changeling. What? A changeling? Yeah. So, we now have to do a changeling fight. This is the first time we've really fought one. So changelings fight a little differently. So he's doing some blobby things, but it's actually a 3-phase fight if I remember. I can't remember if it's 2 or 3 this version. Because there's the normal fight, and then there's sometimes a blobby stage, and then another normal one. Sadly, this is quite a long and dull fight. Upshot is it seems everyone's picking on Lonov, my Klingon officer. She seems to have. The upshot is it means we're not getting shot at, but it kind of sucks to be her. Yeah, so he's gone into his blobby form. I'm going to call up my security. So yeah, he's now kind of a more amorphous blob, but he's fixed in this one. Quite handy if you have things like plasma grenade or quite a few science buffs you can use to, because normally you've got things that maybe make the ground toxic and he normally moves out the way of them, but in this circumstance he can't. Although he can pull you in like he just did there. No. Nope, it was just a 2-phase, so what we can now do is capture. He's a little puddle on the ground, and we can capture him, presumably put him in one of those like Starbucks coffee cups. So I suppose I should check on the Vedic Kryn first. So I'm treating her. And now I'll speak to her.
Thank you. I feel much better. But a changeling? Here? We only have stories. In any event, what was the purpose?
She doesn't seem much different from her
visit?
normal universe. She doesn't seem evil at all. I've come to give you back an orb.
The Orb of Possibilities? But that was lost decades ago, during the first occupation of Bajor. However did you come by it?
It's left in our universe.
Never mind. The prophets teach us not to look at their workings too closely. Don't just stand there. Place it on the altar.
You're welcome. But first, I want to talk to this guy who's looking at the pool.
What do you want with me?
Tell me about this place.
This is the heart of Hathon. The buildings surrounding this plaza were the first buildings constructed in our city. Here, our ancestors raised their families and gave thanks to the prophets for their many blessings. Once, people came here to talk to their neighbors, and we gathered here each year for the Gratitude Festival. But now it is only a place of dark memories. When the Terran Empire conquered Bajor the first time,
it's basically the same speech,
the new laws here.
But
when the food rationing started,
they've changed
the
word Cardassians to Terran Empire.
When they took our sons and daughters to the mining camps, the trucks stopped here to collect them. And when the Terran Empire conquered us again, they hung the bodies of those who opposed them here to remind us to keep in our places. I come here to reflect on the fallen, and the price of freedom.
So there we go. So we will go and return this orb. Now, interesting, the temple priest is standing on the other side.
Greetings. Do you seek the wisdom
I do.
of the prophets?
What do you do?
I am a seeker
Same
of
thing.
knowledge.
They've actually made exactly all the character and interactions the same. So we will just go and put this, return this orb. Oh no, I can't do that yet. I've got to investigate Gul Kardek's pad. Silly me. He left a pad lying, you see. So we'll go and quickly look at that.
From Gul Kardek to Gul Palat, I have run into some complications. Namely, some agents have interfered
that's me.
with my plans. They have stolen the Orb of Possibilities. I assume they have returned it to the Bajorans by now. Fortunately, the anomaly remains stable. I was able to retreat to the Mirror Universe, where I have taken shelter with my Terran allies. However, I believe they are waiting for my return. Therefore, I need you to meet with Dumatsu Khan at the facility in the Devos system in my stead. Coordinates are attached.
Oh, I need you to go to the follow-up mission after this one. Thanks for the hint. So, let's go put this orb back. Yep. I have returned the orb possibilities. Again. Literally says that.
We are most grateful. We had thought the orb lost forever. You have restored the balance.
Your enemies lie in wait. They want to prevent your return.
But we shall restore the balance as you did.
You have returned our orb.
Now you must return.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't Hassan's voice. So yeah, same type of people, but different. So all kind of more evil versions. Slamik there, you had Hassan the Undying. And he's basically, we just got back. But sadly, I think our leveling up just jumped in at the same time, so...
Congratulations. You've proven yourself to be invaluable to the Republic Navy and earned the respect of your fellow officers.
That's nothing.
You still have challenges ahead of you, but I'm confident that you will be able to do anything you set out to do. Good luck.
So that's just because I hit level 50. Sir, what happened? So this is Tobin Kev. You opened the orb case and suddenly everything went white and we appeared in the inevitability in orbit of Bajor. And we appear to be back in our own universe. I believe the Mirror Prophets returned us. I've got to talk to Vedic Kryn. So I guess I better talk to Vedic Kryn.
Greetings. I did not see you enter the temple.
Yeah, well, I believe the Mirror Prophets returned me here.
Indeed. I know little of the Mirror Prophets, but if they are like ours, then this is a great honor. Rarely do the Prophets interfere so directly. I take it your mission was a success?
Yep, orb is back in its proper place.
Then you have the gratitude of 2 Bajors. May the Prophets continue to smile upon you.
Oh, thank you. So yeah, I'll report to Sarashmina just shortly, but this is basically...
So, Gul Kardek was a changeling.
Yes.
This does not bode well. An alliance between the True Way and the Alpha Dominion could prove disastrous for the Alpha and Beta Quadrants. However, the orb has been returned to the Mirror Universe, and you have returned to ours. Nevertheless, we must stop this alliance before they can do any further damage. We shall analyze the pad you retrieved to see if we find this Ketracel White factory.
And my prize is some... do I get the armor or the shields? I'm going for the armor.
How can I...
Congratulations, Admiral.
So, no thank you. So, what you basically have now is we've gone from the normal skill tree and into specialization. So, at the moment, there's you've got a primary and secondary, commando constable, strategist command officer, intelligence officer, mirror corps combat. So I think I will actually stick with what they gave me. Intel officer is primary and the commando is secondary. Now I've only got one specialization point, so I will pick one of these. So this is the idea: is there just many now trees that you can open up of different skills, and as you fill them up, so once you've filled up the 2 that I've got here, I could then pick, say, constable, or I could pick strategist. Some of them only have 2, so can only be secondary. Some of them, like command officer, have 4 tiers and can be they can be used as both a primary or a secondary. So you can actually change them out. I'm sure there's some good strategies that you can use to swap these out and pick the best one for different missions. I tend to just stick with 2, so we'll get the briefing for the next mission called the Factory.
The pad you discovered on Gul Kardec revealed the location of a secret facility in the Alpha Quadrant. There appears to be some kind of alliance between the True Way and the Dominion. We cannot allow them to join forces. How can I help you?
So, yeah, so basically this... Oh, and I've got some new duty officers, thank you. So, yeah, this mission basically does kind of sit in 2 halves, because you've got the half about about the mirror universe, sort of these 2 parts, and the next 2 parts are about this sort of a second group of changelings and Dominion in the Alpha Quadrant, and so yeah, so it's kind of the way they did this. It's now 2 individual missions rather than sort of one specific mission. So it is a little bit different. Don't know if like I say, I do prefer these missions. They are it's undeniably better. Just fell in the water there. It's undeniably better than the original version, but I don't know as some of it was a bit wow. I just talked to a Bajoran civilian who just said maybe we should surrender now. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave this here. So once again, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. If you want to talk to me, the easiest way is in the comments, but there is also on Twitter where I'm at Pieman70, on Blue Sky where I'm at Pieman70, and on Mastodon where I'm at Pieman70 at Incident Social. But as I say, the easiest way is the comments here. I hope, once again, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you'll return for more Star Trek Online or whatever else I decide to take into my mind to put on the channel. And remember, there's the whole story before to come. If you maybe just jumped on this for this video, maybe you were looking for a walkthrough and got lost, in which case, sorry. I don't think I give very good advice. There's probably better videos out there. But once again, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again next time. But until then, bye for now.